All right, yeah, we came into Oakland today and lost what I consider to be a must-win game to the Raiders, a group of men coached by a man who has often and famously been compared to a murderous children's doll known as Chucky. That being said, I think today he reminded me a bit more of Freddy Krueger because that game was a nightmare. Any questions?
How do you feel about this team's ability to stop the run?
Well, from a defensive standpoint, let me put it this way. Pasta, cupcakes, hoagies, all things that I love being shoved down my throat. Notice that the football is not on that list, and yet teams keep just shoving it down there, forcing their will on us, and we can't do anything about it. I will eat dozens of buffalo wings, and I will feel fine after, but watching our effort week in and week out as we try to stop the run, it triggers my gag reflex. It makes me sick to my stomach.
Speak to the lackluster trade deadline.
Yeah, well, from a disappointment standpoint, I gotta say I'm kind of used to it. I know what it's like to want something and not get it. I mean, just recently, I got to the front of the line at a Popeye's chicken and was told by a cashier named Ethan that the chicken sandwich wouldn't be back for 4 months. I know about disappointment, but from an expectation standpoint, I've learned to manage them. Like this one time I went to Chipotle, wanted to get a burrito bowl, and they were out of my protein of choice. I could have been upset, sure, but I decided to look on the bright side. I took into account what I had in front of me. Because the restaurant was out of carne asada, they gave me free guacamole, free queso, and a lot of both. So, I mean, there is always a silver lining, especially here in Detroit with that Honolulu blue.
Coach, would you have been better on Hard Knocks?
Yeah, from an entertainment standpoint, I think HBO made a mistake. Sure, it was enjoyable watching Coach Gruden yell at those grown men like a disapproving cult leader while he stared through them with those dead eyes of his. I enjoyed it, but I mean, let's be honest. You and I both know you would have rather watched a bearded rocket scientist riding around the field on a four-wheeler, okay? The number one show in America for years was The Big Bang Theory, and I have always thought that the only thing it was missing was ATVs and athletics. And if you bring me back for one more season, I may not win a title with the Lions, but you put me on Hard Knocks and mark my words, I will bring an Emmy home to the city of Detroit.